Good morning. Hi. You're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. I haven't finished my coffee yet, so I'm still kind of waking up. But I want to try and get this video shot before it gets rainy and nasty out. Grab a JX-5 and my bag, and we'll go out in the backyard and try setting up a shelter without the benefit of trees. I have the same two sticks I was using not yesterday, a couple days ago. So we'll use those again today. I'm gonna have to find a couple more, but here, let me set up the camera. Work. This thing away. The stove should have a review out on in the next couple days. Very nice though. I like it a lot. Anyway, let me put this back. Hey, don't you steal my stick. Hi, boys. Alright, boys. You guys go play somewhere else. Okay. Oh yes, coffee. That steaks and the tarp. You leave my coffee alone. How long is this one? I can't remember how long I cut this one. Alright, so we'll do the A-frame style first, just because I don't have to cut any more paracord for that or find any other sticks. And more often than not, when I do a treeless shelter, this is the style that I go with. We'll have our one line that goes through the middle. What I'm doing now is just adjusting with these, just so, since I didn't show you how I put them on yesterday, I just put a little loop through. That way, if I need to, I can pull on one side and tighten it up. It's a lot easier if you're not under my feet, puppy. going to tie a little loop in the end, big enough for the stake. I'll put the first one, just say right there. And we'll take first stick. With this one I'm going to use the one that's got the little split in the top, just so it'll stay in place a little bit better while I'm adjusting the other one. I'll press it into the ground a little bit. And we'll use the stakes to kind of pull on it and the stakes will hold a little tension from side to side. Tighten up this back line a little bit more. Set the line right across the split, the other one. Stake will go through the loop. For this one, I actually need a total of 6 stakes, so let me grab 2 more. This one, just for this particular shelter. Should have showed you the other one first while I still had the stick attached. I broke an extra couple inches off of it, so it'll kind of slant down. I'll have a little bit less room down by my feet. It will make it a little bit shorter, obviously, give you a little bit less space, but I don't really want to cut another piece of line to make it full height, but it'll work just fine. If I cut another line, I mean, I don't want to cut another piece of paracord because this one's just a hair bending the stick just slightly. Get the camera and show you. Alright, so here's this one set up without trees. similar to when I had the one center line, because I adjusted the back. Let me tighten this up just a hair. Got enough room that you can crawl down in there. So the total of 6 stakes, 2 little sticks. Gonna tighten this up just a little bit more, but for right now it'll work. So a lot of times when I'm in a field, I'll use this style just because you get a little bit more wind than you do when you're like nestled back in the trees. But any of the styles can be done without some trees. I've got to find 2 taller branches. We'll do the single lean-to style, and if the rain holds out, I'll try and get the 3rd modified A-frame, which it's not really any different than this, aside from one, both sticks are the same height. I mean, I guess they don't really need to be, but that's how I usually do it. To do that modified A-frame, instead of having this one stake down to the ground, you put another stick slightly taller than that one in here, and then bring the line out this way. Basically, instead of using the 2 trees, you're using tension on the line and the sticks to provide that center line for you. So let me put the camera back. I'll see if I can find a couple more sticks, and we'll do the lean-to and then the modified A-frame. We got a couple that should work. Thing. Awesome. Apparently they're hard to find when they're in stock. They sell out quickly. But if you can get your hands on one, buy it. Alright, it's about the right height. So for this one, we'll use our 2 6-foot pieces. The 2 that I cut last time. The front corners. Take the knot out of the middle. Excuse me. And we'll pull our stakes back out. For this one, I'm going to leave the center line attached to it, just so when I'm putting tension on it, I put tension on the paracord and not the tarp, because while these grommets have held up pretty well so far, I'm not eager to overdo it and put too much tension on them. I don't really want them ripping out, if I can help it. So by keeping the line across, we'll tie the ends of these two lengths through here, and when we pull tight on it, it pulls on the paracord and not the tarp. So this one, start off, we will stake down the back first, hold it in place, moving around, that way it's not moving around while we're working. These, try to sharpen the end just a little bit so they'll go into the ground a little bit easier. Good. Here. If you don't want to split this the way I did, the other thing you can do is do a quick clove hitch around it. Am I failing at this? I can never quite get the clove hitch right if I'm just doing the loops. I gotta actually tie it. You just have both pieces coming through that way and it locks down on itself when you pull. So you can do that and have the tarp go off this way and pull down like this. Sometimes it'll slide if you get it on there tight. It usually won't, but if you can find one that's got a little fork in it or split it, that usually helps. And these don't have to be sticks. You can use trekking poles, anything you want really. Here you've got two options. You can tie one end of this to the loop, or what I'm going to try first, hopefully there's enough, put it through twice and you put two stakes in it. That'll keep it a little bit more stable in case the wind picks up a bit. We'll try that. These ones might be a little short, but we'll find out. You can always make these 8 or 9 feet. I just went with 6 because I wasn't really thinking about making the other types of structures when I was cutting them. What are you after, pup? Nibus, what are you going after? Weirdo? Hi, buddy. Why don't you lay down? Good boy. Alright, so I'll put these in just initially to hold it in place. I'll probably have to tighten them up after I get the other side down. Try to put a little bit of tension on them, but not too much. for the ends of these, it's just I'm just putting a simple overhand knot, make a loop, tight overhand knot on it. It's not adjustable, but they're easy to untie when I decide to set up differently. As you notice, the stick broke. The other advantage of using these little clips as opposed to rope is you slide them down over the stick and it'll prevent it from sliding too far. Just in case you have shit luck like I do sometimes and the stick breaks. Move some of the chairs out of the way. So you can see I've got the two tie outs on this side, and they're going to kind of come over this way and forward a little bit. This one probably could have come a little bit further forward, but has enough tension on it, should be alright. Same thing over here on this side. And then underneath, actually I'm gonna, just to get rid of this little wrinkle in here, I'm gonna try to pull this a little bit tighter. You've got your area here. Put the camera back and I'll show you sitting in there. And so again, this would be the style you'd use if it's not going to rain a whole lot, or if it's not going to be too cold. When I'm not in the trees, I'll usually either do this or that first one that I showed you, just like the small A-frame style. I don't usually mess with the modified A-frame with the elevated side, just because it's 4 poles. You've got to tie out 4 sticks, 4 poles. You've got to tie out one set with a center line, and then you've got another one up here. It's just it's not usually worth it to me. It's a lot of extra work, and the amount of space you gain over just like the... You back up. Go lay down. Lay down over here. And the amount of space you gain from just this straight A-frame doesn't really make it worth the extra effort. But this one's nice, like I said, when it's not raining. You can sit up here, I could have my fire right there. It'll keep a little bit of... Get out of the way, puppy. Sorry, the challenges of filming with dogs. They want to be on too. Lay down, guys, not in my face. But you have plenty of room to... Guys, get out of the way, or you're going inside. Go. Plenty of room for me and apparently both the dogs. Guys, lay down. But it is big enough that you can sit up and still be out of the rain. Chill out. Alright. Out of my face, guys. Back up. I have not had enough coffee to deal with you guys in my face. So that's those two. Like I said, you can do that third modified one. I feel like there's another one that I've done, another style. I'm just forgetting. Ah, yes, now I remember. This one's pretty quick and easy, and it's what I'll do if I only have, if I have a bigger tarp. Basically, this next style will work with like a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12. Goes up really quick and easy, but not one that I use all that often. If it's really coming down raining, you can, because it only has the one opening. Gives you a little bit more warmth, a little bit more rain protection. But it does require a slightly larger tarp. I won't use the center line, I'll just use the two little shorter sections. Guys, go fuck off. Play somewhere else. I love you both, but you're getting in the way. This is why I don't film here very often. This one, the tarp out lengthwise. Staking the back to a corner. Actually, yeah, I'll leave the center line in. You don't have to, but this one being small, maybe it'll help a little bit. Because this is real small, I'm just going to use the really short stick. Tight and down, and then pull your sides out. Take them away. So this one, good when it's really coming down, or really windy, or particularly cold, because it's pretty much closed on the back. You get a little bit of the opening where the line goes through, but it's real short and low to the ground. You got to crawl back in there, and you don't have a whole lot of space to fill up with heat, but you also don't have a breeze that'll be flowing through there. As long as you put this open side on the side, I guess, leeward, not windward. You want the wind coming from the back up over the front, or side to side is fine too. But if it's coming from the back forward, you get the most protection right in here. Let's see if I can put this in here without screwing it up. And just to show you, this one, the only time I use it really is when it's really coming down, because you gotta work your way back in there. I really don't need you in my face. Either one of you. Guys, go away. Go. So, you've got just enough room that you can lay down and be out of the elements. Get your ass out of the way. But Dad, we want to see what's going on too. Fuckers, go. Right. I love having dogs, but they make this process a little bit more difficult. So that's it. Those are the three types that I will generally use without trees. Like I said, you can use the modified A-frame if you want to put the work in. I don't, but if you've got a few extra stakes and just feel like getting crazy, why not? Give it a try. But yeah, both these shelters, I've got the one 5x7, or not both, I guess all three of them, and then the three I did the other day. It's one 5x7 tarp, or 10x10, or whatever size you want. You could use one of the hex shaped ones, I suppose. You have to change things up and get creative. But these three work really well with the square rectangular tarp, 5x7 or larger. So you've got one tarp, 6 stakes, and the spool of paracord I had was 50 feet long, but I've used one section that's about 12 feet long, roughly, and then 2 little 6-foot sections, and that's been sufficient to do all the ones that I've shown you. The only other thing aside from the tent or the tarp, the paracord, and the stakes is the little locking rings. You could use just the clip style carabiners if you want; those will work. The little locking rings just happen to be what I had, and they're stainless steel and will hold up pretty well, and I don't have to worry about them coming off or walking past and accidentally clipping a belt loop to it if I bump it. So yeah, that's those. I'll stop rambling before this one ends up an hour. Sorry for that, by the way. Yeah, I'll try and do another one, show you a little bit more of the wet condition fire and that stove review that I've been promising. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day.